Well, good morning, good people. Mark Holmes here at the Red Brick House, and I hope all of you are having a great, finally frickin' Friday. The Eagles got a scare last night and did not look great. But we're here at the Red Brick House, going to be doing some work and heading back sometime tomorrow. I do have to go over to this other house that had some water damage, and we're hanging drywall, hung the drywall. Got to go back and finish blocking the walls and see if that dries out so I can sand it and paint it today. But I want to show you guys. Now, this is great. This is that time of year after burning up all summer long here before we have AC. Now it is absolute. Look at this. Sun's out, 65 degrees. But this time of year, it's great because you see all the Halloween and the Christmas stuff and things in the stores. And so stores are trying to get rid of their outdoor furniture and stuff. So check this out. Found this table. This is like the pattern, this table, this is like the pattern that we have on our bathroom floors. Very much like the same pattern. So this table is regular $219. It was on sale clearance for $69. So this is the perfect outdoor table. We can use this to play spades outside. When me and the missus have coffee in the morning, we can sit here, just enjoy the weather and things outside. So that's a great way to save some money. Now, here at the Red Brick House, now it's, we got heat, we got air conditioning, we got the stove works and stuff. Now it's about finishing and making it look really good. One of the things that might be a problem is I never put this section of railing on because we're constantly backing in and bringing materials and stuff. I've gotten used to not having that railing there. When I put it there, it's going to really change things. So let's figure out what we're going to do on that. And yes, my hair looks wild today. So last night we did it live. We did some more plastering. We ended up finishing off, you can see the new section and where it stops right here. We ended up plastering this. It actually plastered really well. There's no cracks or anything in here. This is kind of a thinner coat that's on here to even it up. And you can see we did the same thing over here, getting the areas that weren't hit. And we had patched, this was a patch spot we had done before months ago. But we finished doing the rest of it around there so that way it can get closer to being finished. And when you mix up the plaster, basically it's about a 5-gallon bucket of the putty and about 2 buckets of the sand. So that's, 15 gallons of it. And it only goes with so far. So when you mix it up, I've got it mixing for about an hour to get a really good consistency in it. So, and that in my arm feels like it's going to drop off. So it only goes but so far per mix. But that definitely looks a lot better over there seeing that. Didn't have enough to do this section, and this is what the other section looked like yesterday. Some of the, original plaster and stuff, it's fine and all, it just doesn't look pretty. It's got some spots where this is kind of bellied out more than others. You can see like that's a low spot and that's a high spot. But using the sand mix will help you to even it out. And I didn't get over here. So these are the only 2 places that aren't covered with some sort of plaster. Now I may go ahead and I've got to get another scoop of sand and a couple more bags of the lime to make some more plaster, but it would be good to at least get that much finished over there. My buddy Jet is going to be in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and is going to pick me up some of the finished plaster, so that will definitely help too. In the kitchen here, we've been working on, love it. So we have a light switch, of course, that we can turn the lights on in the kitchen here, and the same switch there, and also over there. So we poured this yesterday. This top is not bad, but it's still sucking in those places. The question is, do I want to do another pour on top of it? And what I may need to do is put some actual regular epoxy in those holes before I do. Over here I had a low spot and I was trying to fill in. It filled it in, but then I got brush strokes on it. So I could do one of 2 things. I could do another pour on top of it, or I could let it cure for a few days and come back and polish it. The polishing process is you're basically starting with the 220 grit and you're going to 440, then a 600, an 800, 1,000, 1,500, till you get to about 7,000, and then you're polishing it out. it's a pain in the butt, and this is a lot to have to polish out. But I think what I'll do is over here, I'll probably will do one more pour on top of this portions over here just to make sure, and then it gives me a little more that I can polish out with. But it's beginning to look really good. Definitely love that glass look. Look at that. Oh, so yeah. And the reason why we had to do this in two sets of pours is because I put this lip here. Now the reason I put this lip here is because I just wanted to be a demarcation point between the top, which is really where the people are going to be sitting, and the work area. And so that way nothing will run back up there. Now I did buy, and my wife made a good point, it is a pop-up outlet, okay? So it's also a phone charger. So when you push on it, it raises up, it has USB plugs on it, it has outlets and everything else. And she's like, do you really want to put that on here? Because this should be pristine. And she does have a point to that. And so let me know, should I put it in there? It's basically, a spot. It would be great to be able to just lay my phone on there and be able to charge. And if we want to use the mixer over here or something like that, the blender, we can plug into it. So it would be convenient, but it will take away a little bit from it. For me, I like to make everything workable as possible. And of course, we've gotten the floor in here done. And you see where I walked across there last night, turn off the lights. So, but that's good. It doesn't matter. It's done. One of the things I can't wait to get done is get that bathtub refinished. Get that done. But this is beginning to really look like a nice kitchen. I wish my hair was looking nice, but it's looking kind of crazy. But it is what it is. One of the other things we did yesterday was we got some more of the wood for boxing in up here. We'll see if we have time to do some of that today. We've got it all primed, painted, and the wood ready to be cut. So I'll be up here cutting and finishing this stuff off. And now, here's where it's really cool. So, you'll remember, now this bothers me. Because this is not the door that was here. The door that was here rotted out. Unfortunately, the lock set on this door is not even on here. So I think I'm going to cut this down and move that so that the way it's supposed to be. But here's what we also did. Back when they had doors, this was a doorway. This is a doorway to go into the other section. We closed this off because we wanted to make this a shelf or make this a closet. So we took this door, and the door opening is only 73 inches. So we had to cut off the top of the door and the bottom of the door to make it work. But look at that. Plenty of storage shelving in there. Boom. So where the old lock was, we have to sand this out, do some painting on it, but definitely some great usable space in here, which was a second doorway. You didn't need a second doorway in here. Bedroom's not that big. So those are some of the things we'll be working on today. I'll do another pour on the countertop, and we'll sand this stuff out, put the lock on it, fix this kind of lock, and then start getting into working on the trim up in here. Nice thing is the weather has definitely changed. It's really cool this morning. I mean, cool. It's 68 in here and went down to like 50 last night, which I have no problems with whatsoever. All right, good people. It's another day and we're going to get to work.